All right, this is the 40K to 400K formula workshop for Shopify ecom store owners, where we give you the fast path plan to consistent Shopify orders. Why 40K to 400K? Because a lot of the people we meet are around 10, 30, 40K a month, and they want to get up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 500K a month. And this is the formula. This is the principle-based approach to how we help Shopify store owners scale to these kinds of numbers. 3 things we like you to do when you're live on this call. Lock in. We're going to be here, as I said, for about 60 minutes or so. So grab a coffee, grab a tea, caffeinate up, get excited to hang out with us for about an hour. Obviously, the more you engage, the more present you are, the more you're going to get out of this session with us here tonight. We do like you to be seen, particularly if we're chatting to you and looking at your site online, because most of you have your cameras on, which is amazing. But yes, we do like to see your lovely faces and not be speaking into the black box of doom. So if you do have a camera, if you're not undertaking illegal activities or I know jumping on a call from work when you're supposed to be working, something like that, we'd love to see you like driving a tractor. We'd love to see your lovely faces. And number 3, please do have a chat. We will be live. We will be chatting. Our team will be in the DMs in the chat here, asking questions. So please feel free to ask us any questions, respond as we go through the presentation tonight. It will be interactive. We don't just want to sit here and yap at you for the next 60 minutes. 3 goals we have for today's workshop. This is what we want you to leave having a better understanding of. Number 1 is how to convert more browsers into buyers. That's where we're going to spend most of our time on the call this evening, because this is where we spend most of the time with every business that we meet. How do I take more of the people that have already visited my business and convert them into buyers? We love conversion rate. We love CRO, conversion rate optimization, because it's really the biggest lever you can pull in your business to get traction, to move your revenue, to move your business forward faster. If you're converting at 1% and you increase that to 3%, 4%, 5%, you can send the same amount of traffic for the same budget and convert it at 3, 4, 5 times better, and 3, 4, 5, 6x your business for the same amount of spend. So that's why we focus so much on conversion. When you understand conversion and how to convert more buyers, you'll also get the secrets to how to increase and improve your paid ads. A lot of agencies and people out there on the internet will tell you just to like smash more ads and send more traffic and do more meta ads. Not always the best advice. We'll go into the strategy how we like to approach paid ads once your sites are converting. And we'll wrap this all together with what we call our fast path plan, which is your pathway to profit, which is how to break down everything you possibly could be doing in your e-commerce business, the 4,000 possible things that you've seen on the internet and every YouTube guru and every person that you've spoken to. You could do all of these things. We're going to give you the next 2 or 3 things for you to do over the next 30, 60, 90 days that are actually going to move your business forward for the minimal effort. Big question we get inside our communities and on these calls is, will this work for me? Right? And there's 3 flavors of this. It's, will it work in my niche because I sell, I don't know, dog anklets to female dogs under 10 kilos? Will it work for my niche? Will it work at my size, or will it work right now in 2025? The short answer is yes. If you're an e-com business, if you're running on Shopify, the principles that we're going to show you tonight will work for you regardless of your niche, regardless of your size, and regardless of the timing. What we're teaching you today worked 20 years ago. It's going to work 20 years from now. Obviously, things shift, but because we teach principles, we teach the things that have always worked and will always work, time becomes less of an issue. So basically, if you're running an e-commerce business, what we're going to take you through tonight will work for you. Can you let people in? Thank you.
Yeah, just Chris, sorry. Is Roxy co-host and am I? Have you made us host?
You are co-host.
And just make Roxy co-host quickly.
Okay.
You are. Oh, good. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, folks.
Our first time on the internet, just making sure stuff's working.
Okay, Roxy is co-host now.
You're all good.
And do you want to be host or co-host?
Sorry, I'm good. Continue
okay.
on. Oh, sorry. Thanks.
All right, cool. So back on my train of thought. So who is this for? I'm assuming that everybody who's on this call probably falls into one, if not three of these categories, right? You're probably very passionate about what you do. You've got you solved a problem in your own life by creating a product, or you found a product that you were looking for when you were going through something. You've got this great idea. You've got the killer domain name. You've wanted to do this for a long time. You're just not sure what that next thing is, right? You know that if you crack this and you did it right, you'd be able to sell a ton of these things and it would really have a positive impact in the world, but you're just not sure what that right next move is. If that's you, this call is for you. If you're overwhelmed, if you've been doing this for a few years and you're like, I thought I knew what I was doing, but now that I'm in the depths of it, I'm like the little hand there. I'm kind of starting to sink because e-commerce and businesses general is hard, right? It can be overwhelming. You might also be overwhelmed because you're getting started and you're getting all of this different advice, right? Every guru that you listen to tells you something different. You end up with 400 different variations of strategy to do. And because of that, you just end up procrastinating and actually doing nothing because you're just info base. You got too much information and no way to actually execute it. So if that's for you, we are going to un-overwhelm you on the call here tonight and give you that fast path plan, those best next steps for you to take your business forward. And if you like to make money, this call is for you. You're in business because you probably want to make some money, right? It might be 5 grand a month. It might be 500 grand a month. Whatever that is for you, there's a reason that you're starting a business. And there's obviously lifestyle components and these sorts of things. You want to spend more time with your kids, spend more time with your family, spend more time doing the stuff you like out of work, get out of your 9 to 5. But ultimately, to do all of that, you need to make some money. So we're going to give you the strategies to make money and actually keep money and not just become a collection agency for the ATO. Of course, we need to pay those guys, but we also want to get you as the business owner paid so that you can enjoy your life, step out of your 9 to 5, spend more time doing the things outside of working that you want to do. So why should you listen to this bloke or any of our team? Particularly Paul. He's been at this for quite a long time. He launched Warcom back in 1997, I believe, and ran that for about 25 years till he sold about 40 mil worth of products in the tech space, and then eventually sold that out to an ASX listed company in 2014. During that time, he founded and started the Insiteful agency, which is our agency today focused on building Shopify stores. We build about 100 Shopify stores a year. So a lot of our conversion tactics come from what we learn for doing that for so many brands and businesses. And because of all this experience, we don't teach theory, we teach experience, we teach practice, we teach stuff that has actually worked and actually always will work based on Paul's done it, our clients have done it. Every brand we work with does these things. When they execute on these principles, they get results. So after 25 plus years in ecom, myself having 20 something plus years in agencies and marketing and brand and all that kind of good stuff, if it happens in business, if it happens in ecom, if it happens in meta ads, Google ads, email marketing, brand strategy, growth, all of these things, we've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Whether that's building brands that print money, building brands that lose money, getting great products, getting crappy products that don't sell so well, right? All the complexities of business, we've been through it, and our team have been through it as well, right? All of our team, all of our expert coaches are live, actively working inside of e-commerce business accounts. So we come from e-commerce background, we coach in e-commerce, we're active inside of e-commerce. So we're not a marketing team that's never run an e-commerce business before, right? We understand the intricacies of what an actual e-commerce business should look like. And the funny thing is that the principles that Paul learned and that I've learned and that our team has learned and practiced over the last 20 odd years are the same principles that we use today to help our clients scale, right? And that is because they are principles, right? Principles are time tested, they're battle tested, they're proven over the ages. They're things that always work. And this is what we teach. We don't teach and train tactics that are fly by night, that work in a platform that it worked on MySpace back in 2002 and it doesn't work anymore, right? So we teach things that are going to work, that are stable and are going to give you that sustainable progression, sustainable way to grow your business. And when brands that work with us and brands that we get to work with run these principles through their businesses, they get results like this, right? Some join us and they're doing 10, 20, 30K a month. They spend six months to a year with us and they're doing 250, 300, 400K a month. We have brands doing their first $1 million years and taking a break at Christmas. We have brands that crack 10K a month and they're absolutely wrapped because they've moved from Amazon or Etsy or other platforms and they're now stably making 5, 10, 20 grand in their own business, in their own Shopify store and not having to pay exorbitant fees to platforms. Right. So these are all the types of businesses that we get to help inside of our communities. People like Sam, who joined us doing about what, 30, 40, 50K a month?
30. Yeah.
30K a month, selling really, really, really top quality golf simulators. So we tweaked a few simple things in Sam's business, applied the principles that we're going to take you through tonight. And within 4 or 5 months, as Sam says here, he was doing 150% growth month on month, and they had 2 record months. And that was probably 6 months ago. And they're now doing about $500,000 a month in golf simulators. So very, very simple, very, very targeted, principle-based changes can make a massive change in your business. And that's what we're here to show you tonight. So we do have an unhidden agenda. Obviously, this is a workshop. This is a webinar. So you're probably expecting something like this, but we're very transparent about this, right? We love case studies like Sam. We love working with clients. We love seeing people do their first 10K month, to have their first $1 million year, crack a $500,000 month. We love a good case study, and we would love everybody on this call to be our next success story. As we said, we are teach and do guys. We teach what we do what we teach. Our mission is to help brands like you. So our promise for this workshop is that whether we ever see you again, if this is the only call that we ever get to speak to you on, and you never work with us ever, you will get something from this workshop, right? You will have takeaway principles that you can apply into your business. You'll have a step-by-step plan for your next 90 days that you'll be able to action inside of your business to actually move it forward. But obviously, we've got an hour or so. And as much as we'd love to do this for every single person one-to-one on this call, we are limited by time. So we will have an offer for you at the end of today's workshop. So if you're interested in some more assistance, you'd like to work with us more closely, would it be okay to help you achieve your goals faster if we share something at the end of this session that will help you a bit later on? So drop me a yes, a hell yes,
Okay, yes.
if it's okay for us to drop you a little bit of an offer towards the end of today's session. Gordon's in. Nice one, Gordon. Okay, just Gordon. Gordon, we're just going to give you the offer. Doris is in. Thank you, Doris. Jack's in. Good
Jack.
stuff. Fantastic.
Awesome.
I'm going to assume that that's good for everybody. Okay, next very difficult question. Where are you guys in your journey? Everybody that we meet is in one of these 4 places, right? You're in startup mode where you haven't started yet, or in the first few months, you haven't quite cracked that 10K, you're in startup. You're in setup where things are starting to stabilize a bit more. You may be bringing in some more products. You're in that setup phase. You're in grow up, where 25 to 50K, things are stabilizing a bit more. Maybe you're expanding your audiences, selling more products, doing more marketing. Or you're in scale up where you kind of got things a bit more dialed in. You're cracking 100, 150, 200K plus months. Let us know. We've got a few startups, mostly setups and startups. Good. Startup, setup. Stephen's in growth. Nice.
No secret billionaires sitting in there and they're doing millions a month. If you are, just give us the cheeky nod and we'll know. Not yet. You will soon.
End of today's call. Guaranteed. Not a guarantee. Okay. Another fantastic case study. People that came in, applied these principles, the lovely Paul and Elaine from Nature's Pantry Supplies, the #1 collagen seller in Australia. They do Australia's cleanest collagen and protein. These guys are not just a great business, but wonderful people as well. Really great family. Celebrating their
25th anniversary today. Good.
Yeah.
There you go. Everyone cheer and clap. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
congrats to you guys. Well
We'll send it
done.
to them later.
So not only are they wonderful people, they've since joining us, they've recorded record annual growth. They're up 115% on last year. Things are going gangbusters for these guys. Again, very simple principle-based approach. Cleaned up their website, focused their messaging, refined some positioning, bumped their conversions, and increased their meta ads with better creative. Very, very simple, very, very focused things that made massive differences. And now these guys are got a business that they're now both able to work in, spend more time with their family, and growing a really great business.
75K this month. Good for them. I want to share
Fantastic.
that screenshot. That's even more than Chris's bad maths of 100% or whatever it was.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, it literally says here 115%. It's not my maths, it's Shopify's maths. And this
Small,
was
mate.
now it is because this was a while ago.
Look at that. 200K over the last 90 days. Killers. They
Crushing.
better be celebrating that anniversary in style.
Yeah. Very nicely done. So how do we get results like this for our clients, right? Is building businesses like this just luck? Do we just happen to meet people that are already amazing e-commerce founders? Is it some kind of magic? Is it a system? What do you in the chat reckon?
Is it A, or it should be A, B, or C? Or luck, magic, or a system? What do you reckon it is, Renee?
Sometimes a bit of both, a bit of magic,
System.
system. Ah, guys, everyone's getting the right answers tonight. Fantastic.
Surely Chris looks a bit like a wizard with that thing on his face.
Heaps
Could
of
be a bit of
magic.
magic.
Plenty of magic involved. Okay. Yes, it is a system, and it's a system that we call the more orders model, which looks something exactly like this lovely triangle on your screen. Why is this a triangle? Because every e-commerce business that we meet has three key things that are either completely broken, not as optimized as they could be, not just not where they should be for what they could be. So these are the three things that we fix in every single business that we meet, that are always that are also the three biggest levers and the three things that we will always recommend that you fix first in your business before you try to jump to the 1,000 other things you could be doing. So next question, I don't know, question 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. What do you think these three things might be? And for those that have been here before, you can wait till the end before you drop your answers in. But what do you think these would be? And secret is that they all start with S.
We should play Hangman.
I'm
There you go.
going to do 3 hangmans.
There you go. One of them is that.
You see 2 of them, is that? Sales, setup, certainly important things. SSO, maybe.
There you go. Fill in the blanks in those three things. If anyone guesses all three, I'll give you $200. You can't have been here before.
I mean, technically, sales does fit into that hangman, but technically,
that's not the answer.
Scaling, yeah, it's sort of a part of it. But you want to do a lot of things before scaling. Renee's heading down the right path with site. Doesn't quite fit into the numbers there, but you're on the right way. All right, Doris is chiming in. I know you've been here before, Doris.
All right, she just gave away one of them. All right.
Okay. Seeing as Doris is correct, and you're pretty close to Renee as well. Store, story, strategy. Number 1, a store that converts. So if you don't have a high converting website, you send 1,000 people to your store and it converts at 0.5%. That's not a lot of customers. If you can build a store that converts and you go from 1% conversion to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you very easily 2x to 6x your business without having to spend more money to drive more traffic. So again, as I said up front, that's why we focus so much on conversion. If you do not have a high converting store, there is 0 point doing SEO and sending traffic and doing paid ads and doing Google and doing all of these other things. Oh, Doris is drawing all over the screen. That's interesting.
Yeah, okay,
I don't know
please
if I
stop.
can do that.
Just stop moving your mouse. There you
Okay,
go.
Kate. I was just thinking, do you want to make minestrone?
Yeah, we all come from Australia.
Minestrone does sound good, Angela, but I'm just going to mute you as well.
Where's
As
Angela?
long as it's for everyone, that'd be good.
All right, muted.
Okay, so store, having a high converting store with high converting website. Without that, there's really not much point as doing lots of other things because you can drive a whole bunch of traffic and they're not going to convert. Right. So, which brings us to part two, which is your story, which is a brand message that connects to your ideal buyer. A lot of, if not all, e-commerce brands that we meet kind of miss this part or don't do it as well as they could be doing it. This is knowing who you're speaking to, what their deepest desires are, what they're actually trying to solve out in the world, how your product fits into their life, how you help them solve those problems, and presenting that to them in a nice, digestible way so that they feel a certain way when they hit your website, when they watch your TikTok videos, when they watch your reels, when they read and consume all of your content and ads. It speaks to them specifically about a specific thing they're going through. When you can do that and create that compelling brand messaging, it feeds very well into more conversions, right? And this also starts to build a brand. So people will pay you more money because you are a brand, you're not a commodity anymore. So a lot of really good reasons to build a compelling brand message. And the third piece of the puzzle is your strategy. And this is the piece that gives you more control over your business. This is about perfecting your business model, your so getting the money right, but also dialing in your digital strategy, your marketing strategy, your finance strategy, and also doing everything in the right order. So it's not just knowing the right things to do, it's knowing the right order in which to do those things. And that's what we do here on these calls and inside our programs is this what we call the fast path plan, which is this beautiful diagram here. So we will go through one or two businesses here tonight, and we will go through this fast path plan and the more orders model for you live on the call and give you an idea of how this works inside of your business. The point of the fast path plan is to give you the next thing that you need to do in your business to actually make a difference, right? As we say, out of the 400, 4,000 things you possibly could be doing in your e-commerce business, there's probably two or three that you should be focusing on right now that are actually going to move you towards the results that you're looking to get in your business. So I'm going to drop out of this screen share. And who have we got a volunteer slash victim that we'd like to take a look at first, Paul? We've got
Victim, I don't know if that's the right phrasing, but I was looking at Gordon's website and it's interesting if you want to come off mute, Gordon. So
we've
we
got
might
that. We've got
start there.
skincare.
We've got Gordon's and we've got skincare brands. It's going to be these two. It's going to get a bit spicy looking at Gordon's site from the look.
Yeah, just
Can you so welcome to the call, mate. So give us give us the background on this brand, how it started and why you started it, and then we're gonna give you some good examples here of stuff that you can fix. And whilst he's doing that, I'll bring up actually you go first and then we'll do screen share.
so Backroom Gear is it's our own brand, mine and my partner's brand. We built it probably 2 years ago, slowly. We do quite well on Etsy, but our website doesn't do a lot of sales. It's very hard to get. I find it's hard to get traffic, even paid traffic, due to the niche. It's just hard to target. Basically, it's a gay kink t-shirt design business. So print on demand, pretty sort of standard sort of setup. But yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. I remember we did this a while ago, Chris. Like usually it's pretty vanilla brands, kids toy brands and rah that we do candle brands and we did it once on here and then I was sharing the screen at the time and Facebook come along the next day and deleted the whole video. Like you can't have adult toys in the live stream. I'm like, mate, whatever adults do in their bedrooms, their business. So we're just here to help you sell. Hang on, someone else is talking. Hang on. Sorry, Justin. Yeah, I'm not doing it yet. All right. Thanks, Justin. All right, cool. So let's have a look. So here's the site. Now, it's pretty standard clothing merchandise kind of site, right? You rock up there, big images. You've got more big images. You've got more big images, rah. You got no words of anything explaining about what it is you really do in easy to understand context. So I'm going to draw on the screen. So
Yep.
for example, and if I can get this working. So typically when you build an e-com site, and this applies to every single person on the call, here's what you're working with from a desktop perspective, right? So typically what you'd have up here is what's called a H1 statement. H1 means heading one. So it's the single most important title piece of text on your homepage. As soon as someone lands there, they're like, so what does it say at the moment? Backroom gear. Doesn't say a lot. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory what it is, right? But we need a new H1, right? We need a new H2. So why these are important is because they're important to browsers on your website, and they're also important to Google and all the search engines that are trying to actually find what it is you sell. Next, what we want to do is come down here, right? And we want to have like 4 or 5 boxes like this. And they don't need to be boxes, but they need to say statements where people read them and they go, oh, yes, 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 yes. And the same with this thing. So I've made up a couple on my other screen whilst I've been looking around here. So for example, right, we could have something, your H1 could be out, proud, downright naughty. So someone reads that and they go, yeah, that's what I'm into. I want that, you know. Then your next statements, explore LGBTQTs that turn heads, start conversations, and show the world who you really are. So again, I've only done this in like 2 seconds, but actually, you know what? I can even probably type this out here. So if this will work, give me a second. So text, put it here. Something like, no, you can't see it. I'll try again. Do this, and I don't even know we can make it. Everyone can see. You could have something like that. But the point is, people see it, they read it, and they go, yes, I relate to that. It's resonating with me. It's a bit of a promise. And I'm like, cool, it sounds good. Next thing, we go here. Here's your H2. And you've got something like, let's have a look. So I've got like 9 variations, but it could be something like this, you know, bold gear designed to celebrate your kinks, your curves, and your unapologetic self. So like blokes in your space are going to be like, that's 100% me, right? Then we scroll down a bit further, down into here, and you've got something like this kind of stuff in here. And again, I mean, I made these in about 3 seconds, so it's not my best work, but it's better than what it is at the moment. So yeah, thousands of happy people, 5-star reviews, loved by Etsy, You go, there's one, and here's another one, and here's another one, and here's another one, and here's another one. What we're trying to do, as people start on here, they go, yes, and then they go, yes, and then they go, yes, 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 yes. Then they're more inclined to shop, right? And then next thing, what's going to happen when they start scrolling? Then they go down here and they're like, oh yeah, I want to buy that t-shirt, and I want to buy that t-shirt, and I want to buy that t-shirt. But if you don't get them to comply with all those statements up the top of the website, and they don't get to understand your brand, they don't get to understand you, they don't get to understand that they're kind of joining a community of people like them, then they're not going to buy. So your conversion rate is going to be like 1%, whereas it could be like 6%. Why this is a problem? Because let's say you got 100 people coming to your website, right? And your conversion rate is 1%. That means 1 in every 100 people buy. If you got 6 buying, game changer, right? So especially when you start scaling. So this brand, let's assume you're doing, you know, I don't know, you're doing what, $10,000 a month, 1% conversion rate. You get it 6%, you're like 6x your business. All right. So really, really, really important stuff. The other part with brand messaging is that you want to, so let me backtrack a little bit. When we do a proper brand messaging piece of work with people, like, and you do it like 1-to-1 with Chris, or you come to our calls and you do it, you end up with like a 50-page brand document, right? And the purpose of the document is so that when you run your ads and your Google ads and you write blogs and you do meta ads and you send emails, everyone knows how to talk about your brand better. So when they're out there in the market and they're saying some of the stuff that I had on the screen, they say that instead of saying stuff like, hey, happy Pride Month. And people go, I've seen that 95,000 times this month if I'm subscribed to the other newsletters, right? So you want it said out there, and then they click the ad, they land on your website, and they see it again, and they go, cool, show me the products. So this is basic stuff that I'm riffing on in terms of like brand message. But as we go down here as well, like this is good, you know, like we want to give you the power to love and kink and rah, 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 and go, great. But again, like there's also no real, like there's nothing about you and your partner on here, is right? People buy from people, and they want to be like, hey, like Gordon looks like a cool dude. Do you know what I mean? He's obviously in the space. Like, so You want to put that in there, but it's in the wrong spot. And you also want to put another paragraph up in this section. So I'm going to like, what's the word I'm looking for? Redirect to a completely different niche to just give you an example. But let's go from like kink stuff to kids' toys. God, I hope no one's watching this call. The cops are going to be at my doorstep in a minute. So, God help us.
From
Anyway,
kinks to kids, that's one.
yeah. But you can see here,
Very
right? So,
festive.
I mean, plenty of kinky parents out there, right? But so you go, hey, like, you land on a site like this and you start reading that as a parent and you're like, yeah, this sounds really good. Unleash your child's imagination in the toy store where every toy tells a tale. You go, yep, sounds great. You read this, you go, yep, sounds great. You read this and you read this and you read that. And you're like, wow, they sound like a cool brand. Really loving family, what a beautiful website. I keep reading a bit more. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to start buying stuff. I scroll down a bit more and I see the amazing Chris and Sarah on the website and I'm like, cool, this is really good. And again, like you also repeat all this stuff in all your meta ads. And again, you don't have to start spending like thousands on meta ads straight away. A couple of bucks a day, 5, 10, 20, 30 bucks, whatever. Get people off meta ads, stop them scrolling on a meta ad, get them to your website and they go, I'm ready to buy. Now, if we come back to your site and now we look at a few other things, right? Such as how the site is actually built to convert. So when we talk about building an e-commerce website, everyone actually, let's slow down the pace a little bit because we got, keep it going here. But how many different types of pages are there on an e-commerce website? Put your thoughts in the chat box for me. I'll give you a chat. There's obviously a homepage. What other pages are on a website? First person to get all of them right, I'll give you one of my courses for free or something. You better be quick. You go to your homepage. There's just give me the other 3 pages. That's a good start. Not terms and conditions. That doesn't. No one.
Higher level than terms and conditions.
Done. Gordon nailed it. Product contact about us. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you the other one. Collection page. Cart page.
Product collection. Gordon got them all in one.
All right. So it's all Gordon's winner tonight. Now, when you have a homepage and a product page and a collection page and a cart page and not a terms and condition page, unfortunately, you don't need to do conversion rate optimization to that page. But all those other pages, there's a lot of elements that go into each of those pages so they convert better, right? So on the product page, as we can see here, we've got a product name, we've got a short description, we've got these things, which I call meta field benefits. We've got information about shipping. We have no social proof. So social proof is things like, hey, like 20 other, they call each other bears and stuff. Is that right, Gordon? Yep. I'm learning quick here.
So you're right.
30 other bears love this product, so then all the other bears come along and go, yeah, well, I want to be one of them, right? Or, you've got your add to cart buttons the wrong color, but you've only got one photo of one person wearing it, right? So for example, I would at least have like 20 or 30 different types of blokes wearing the product because you want the page to be convincing from a social proof perspective, right? So that people go, oh, other people are buying the product. Number 1. 2, other people look at the product and go, yeah, I look like that guy. So me as a skinny white guy with a dad bod, assuming I wanted to get into this space, I'd be like, I want to look like those blokes. I can't see anyone like that looks like me on there. Next, you want to make sure you get all the information about shipping, returns, all those kind of objections people have when it comes to buying from a product page. You want to have all of them on there, right? Such as, again, we'll go back to this website and I'll pick a random product here. I feel really strange going from like that to this, but anyway, whatever. We'll keep it entertaining tonight. So let's have a look. Yeah, reviews are social proof, Kathleen. So example, right? Lots of product photos, things like people are viewing the product. Here's a short description. It's in stock. It's ready to ship. We don't have any left. We can gift wrap it. Add it to your cart. You add the cart button, do stuff. Add it to a wish list. You can pick it up. Shipping costs this much money. So, and there's more stuff going on this page, and I'm not going to go through all of it. Otherwise, you won't buy a website from me. But there's a lot of stuff on here, and there's a lot of stuff on this page that aid in conversion, right? So again, whenever we work with a brand, you absolutely have to nail your brand messaging and you have to nail how your website converts before you go do anything else. Otherwise, all that's going to happen is you're going to be pissing money down the drain when you're trying to run meta ads and Google ads and SEO, and you're doing 900 other things, and you're sending all these people to your website and they're converting so terribly. Why this becomes a big problem as well is because, like, I spoke to a brand this morning and they had like 50,000 people coming to their store a month or something, right? It was a stupid amount and their conversion rate was like 2%. So I did the maths for them, and I'm like, if you got it up to 6 or 7 or 8% or something, right? I go, you'd be making an extra $100,000 a month. And they go, oh, really? I go, that's how much you're missing. Your time's like, how many people you're missing converting every day, figure out the average order value. And they go, shit, we should probably build a website, shouldn't I? I said, yeah, you should. It's going to cost you this much money to stop losing this much money every month, right? But everyone gets really excited and they jump into e-commerce and they go, and Chris and I had it literally 2 hours ago. And I did this same presentation to that lady. And at the end of the call, she goes, I might go do more SEO. And I'm like, fucking don't do that. I'm going, fix your website and fix your brand message. Because like SEO is something that's going to take you a long time to do, like 6 months. And then when you start ranking 6 months from now and people come to your website, they're still not going to buy your shit because your website's still crap, right? So just want to be really clear, like, please do these 2 things first. Then the third part of Chris's beautiful triangle is actually having a strategy. So we might, and I've actually lost my tablet. I don't know where my kids have put it. So I'm going to use this computer and we'll see if this works, but I'll do my best. And I'm going to actually do a fast path plan for Gordon here. So make sure I click presenting so that someone doesn't like draw a penis on my screen or something. Like, who knows what would happen. Doris drawing stuff on the screen. All right. Everyone can see this? Please feel free to take a photo of this, guys, as well, right? I'll make it bigger so everyone can see it. So you're very welcome to steal this. Everyone knows how many days there are in a year? Roughly this many, right? Everyone would probably loosely understand the 4 parts about growing an e-commerce business. There's things to fix. Then there's things to build. And then there's things that really grow. And then there's things that you transform. None of you guys need to worry about any of this stuff up the top or any of the stuff up here. We're just going to focus on this section because, like, you guys are all at the start. So if I go and grab a pen, pick a color. Gordon, what's your favorite color?
Let's stick brand pink.
Pink, one of them. There you go. Done. All right. So in the next 90 days, this is what Gordon needs to fix. Go and make sure his website converts better. All right. That's it. Go there. Whether you join our community and we teach you how to do it, whether you pay us to build your website, whatever that looks like, number one thing, make sure your website converts, get it converting 3, 4, 5, 6%. Right. At the same time, work on your brand strategy. Right. Can't stress this enough. This is actually 2 things now. Hang on. Right. Work on the brand strategy. You want to make sure that you're saying the right things on the website when people land on the website. You want to make sure you're saying the right things in your ads before they even get to the website. It's the number one thing that matters. People see the stuff in the ad. They went on a website, it says the same thing. They check out, it says more of the same thing in the email. Once they check out, they see all your ads retargeting them all over Facebook. It says the same thing and they go, great, I'm going to give him lots of my money. All right, we're going to have a good time when we buy all Gordon stuff. Next, once you've nailed those 2 things, then you start looking at things like, let's build out a meta ads campaign, right? Or a Google ads campaign. I would start with, you probably actually would have a hard time with meta ads. Like you said, you probably can't put this stuff in ads. So
I can put the shirts on in ads without a problem. It's just targeting the right people.
okay.
So the algorithm's pretty smart these days. It'll find the people.
Yeah, it's getting better.
If your creative's right, it'll find the people that are most likely to shop that kind of stuff.
And once you've got the pixel and everything on your Shopify site, and like, this is going to be a mic drop moment, but Facebook knows what your website says, right? And it knows what your ads say, right? So if you take the copy from your website and your brand strategy and you put it in your ad, and your copy in your ad is now this long, instead of like, hey, buy some cute t-shirts, right? It's more inclined to go and find all the blokes talking about that stuff in their DMs, because that's how Facebook works. They go, hey, Paul and Chris were talking about bloody motorbikes. Next minute you're on Facebook and you go, we say motorbike ads everywhere, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, but it does that because we'll talk about it. So again, like, you've got to nail what you say in the ad, right? So that it finds people properly. And you do so by having a better ad and better copy on your website, right? And better targeting and all that kind of stuff. So here, meta ads. For you, I would be super strongly focused on your email marketing flows. So I'm mindful a lot of people on the call have probably never heard of what Klaviyo is. So there's a killer platform called Klaviyo, manages your email. If people don't buy from you as soon as they're on your website, it'll email them until they die. It keeps sending them emails going, hey, buy. Right. If you do buy, it'll send them more emails to tell them to buy more stuff. Once you do buy, if you buy a certain type of black t-shirt, it can go, hey, buy another thing. It's crazy, right? But for you, Gordon, these 4 things are what you got to fix, right? Yep. Keep making cool t-shirts. Keep getting more guys to do cool videos for you. Fix this, fix that, fix this, fix this. Away you go. Like that'll get you to 10K, 15K, 20K. You know, and I can say this like hand on heart. Like we have a lady in our community that she's a tea leaf reader. For those of you that are in the woo-woo space, she used to sell on Etsy. Etsy flopped. I said, go build your website. And she's like, okay. And I'm like, now your brand message, now your website, now your meta ads, now this. She messaged me yesterday. She's like, I'm doing 10 grand a month now. And she's spending $1,500. I'm like, happy days. She goes, what do I do now? I go, more of this, more, spend more on this. You get to 20, you get to 30, you get to 40. All right. So exactly the same process. Make sense?
Yep.
Any questions?
No, it makes sense. Thank you.
All right. Chris, you want to go on to where you go from here?
Can do another one if you want, or we can got a bit more time this evening.
What was that other one? The
Romantasy games.
Well, I haven't looked at it. It's another fun site to look at.
Sounds like romance and fantasy, so could be interesting.
Oh, this is cool. What's going on? It's got all the spicy people on here tonight. Jeez.
YouTube's going to be crushing this week.
My buddy, what do you call it? Well, my follow-up ads on Facebook and everything going to be interesting this week. Whose brand's this, sorry?
This is Monica.
If you're okay to come off mute, Monica, is that okay? Just to give us, this is a nice website. Well done.
Yeah, very cool.
This looks like that book that I bought you, Chris. Where is it? Behind you on the right-hand side there. I can see it.
So,
we'll give Monica 2 seconds to talk to us. My wife better watch out. She comes home tonight. Like, it's getting, I'll be watching all the spicy stuff. Jeez. No. So, bring the book Spice to life, the adult roleplay game. Well, it says what it is, right? So, actually, Chris, you're the words guy. So, just for context, Chris is the guy that helps everyone fix their brand messaging. So, I'm going to make you earn your keep. Does it make sense to you what it says so far?
No.
No, me either. The adult role-playing card game for couples that allow you to express and explore your spicy desires with ease.
That makes sense, but the book spice part, I'm assuming that's someone you're referring to, like romance novels and the spiciness of a romance novel. But I'm kind of assuming and having to think of that rather than you telling me that.
I think you're way off the mark. Chris's partner's in Dubai, so she's been there for a while, so they don't have to do this stuff in person at the moment. That's why I'm not sure. I think this is like you use it in the bedroom stuff.
Yeah, but I realize that, but the book spice, I'm assuming it's based on, it's the spice from romance novels. That's why it's called Romantasy. Right, romance novels and fantasy. Yes, that's right. See, I do know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Monica. And this is, I actually am in this market, so being in a remote relationship.
Oh, okay, there you go.
The books are spicy, you bring that spice to life. Yeah, so that's the concept, but that I don't think that's phrased very well.
Yeah, sorry guys, I've finally got the microphone to work. Can you hear me?
There we go.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
you can.
So basically it's a couples game that is inspired by romance and romantasy books, so that you can bring the tropes that are usually mentioned in those books to life, but you don't have to have read the books for it to make sense.
Right.
Oh,
so somebody in this niche would know what a romantasy is referring to?
Well, so it's like you said, it's a genre that combines romance and fantasy books. So think Game of Thrones, but if they had a bit more romance in there.
It was pretty romantic already, Game of Thrones.
Well, I mean, it's a little forceful, maybe a little nicer.
More consensual romance.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm watching Renee's face. She knows what we're talking about, don't you, Renee?
Don't you know? No.
Pure the way it is going. I know what's going on here, and I'm sitting there. I've got no idea. I'm really confused. But
You're a good actor. I've never read a romantasy novel. What is this?
I haven't. I don't think I have. I'll have to read one. Sorry. So, so it doesn't, to me, it doesn't feel like it explains it quickly enough though. Because, let's assume someone said, Paul, you and Emma, like my wife is Emma, right? She goes, you should try this. So if I went to your website and again, what I want to happen is I get a yes and a whole bunch of other yeses, right? So if I was to read something like turn your bookish fantasies into a real life passion, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds like a bit more something that I'd be looking for. And then the next sentence would be, and maybe you do have this wording, but I can't see it, a romantic role-playing card game for couples that helps you explore your desires, deepen your connection, and bring your spice of your favorite stories into the bedroom without the awkwardness. And I'd be like, sounds good. Let's give that a crack. Right. And then we do what we did on Gordon's website. We come down here. And again, please correct me if I'm like way off base here. Like I've gone from kids' toys to fetish to this to like it's been an interesting day. So these boxes down here. So again, you would have something along the lines of, where fantasy meets foreplay. You go, okay, sounds exciting. Playfully spicy, effortlessly intimate. Romantasy readers, your game has arrived from bookshelf to bedroom. So I'm like, okay, yeah.
I've got all of those down the page, which is hilarious. Yep, perfect.
Okay, yeah, perfect. So
up higher.
See how I've moved? Yeah, exactly. So I mean, your website looks beautiful. Like you've done a cracker job. You can come build websites.
Design's awesome.
I did it myself. Thank you very much.
So in your case, like it's just a case of moving some things into the right location. And then if I start going down, like these things are probably yes as well. Let's go to a product page because actually give me 2 seconds. I'll slow down for a second. Just looks awesome. Like it's rare to see someone build such a good website. I see a lot of train crashes on this thing. So
I love hearing that. Thank you.
I'm in shock. It's good.
I love the choice of price as well.
Oh, thank you. Spicy price, spicy game.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got a product title. So example, right? This is a good example of like things that you're doing well. So product name, social proof, short description, another short customer testimonial, tax included shipping. Don't do this. Tell them how much shipping is here. Don't make them get to the checkout because then they'll bail. Add the cart button doesn't change color when you do it. You don't have shop pay button on your website. So,
okay. Yep.
Turn that on immediately, right? You have to have shop pay because you don't at the moment. Next, we come down here, no information about where it ships from, right?
Okay.
So it ships from Australia, you'll get it tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. If for some reason you don't like it, return it, right? All those kind of things. There's a whole bunch of other things missing, but for the most part, you're doing a lot right. I would have some photos of like couples, not intimate or anything, but like looking at each other, like with you go, they all got there out to have a good time. Because people are going to come along and they're going to go, that's what I want. Like your product photography is beautiful, but that's not the ultimate outcome that you want when you buy the product. You're like, I want to have a good night, or a good weekend or whatever you're going to do. So I would get some of that stuff in there. I don't think there's much of that on the homepage either. So it's all very product focused as opposed to how do I feel, how will I look when I use this product. And there's so much more psychology that you could be putting into this page, such as people buy because they want to elevate their status to other people, right? So I don't normally talk about this on here, but I will briefly. So if hubby came home and he bought this and he wanted to, and one of the things that he would actually do is he's trying to elevate his status to his partner. So she goes, you look better by doing this than you did previously, right? So you need to include things like that on the site as well, because then he's purchased a product, come home, he's like, great. And she's like, yeah, you're in the good books for a month now, right? So all these kind of things need to go through the site as well. Let's have another quick look here. Go back to the shop page. Is there only one product? that you can
Yeah,
buy?
just the one. I only launched in February, so it's just the one for now.
Okay. You're using just a standard card here. You could have an upsell here. You could go, hey, buy one for a friend. Right. Increasing your average order value would be like fantastic because, like hands up, ladies, if you bought this, would you buy one for your friend? Like maybe, no, potentially, who knows?
A bit of an odd gift.
Some people, we had three, like we had Stevie, she said, yeah, and Renee's like 2 hands, and a few other people did a cheeky nod. You know what I mean? So little things like that. And then we go through the checkout and we'll have a look again. Nice to see that you have customized your checkout. No, most people don't. They never do anything here. So honestly,
right.
you're a terrible example of things that are going wrong because you're doing so much right, right?
Thank you.
Having said that, like, what is your conversion rate on your site at the moment?
At the moment, it's at 1%.
Yeah. Okay. So again, same thing. There's something wrong with your brand message, and there's still things wrong with your website that it's not converting higher. So, like, again, for you, like, stay around to the end. You say we don't need a full website or anything, but you do need to go and add all of the things that are missing in the amazing checklist that I'll give you. Add them all in, get it to like 3 or 4%, and away you go. So it'll make a big difference.
Yeah, amazing. Really appreciate that.
All righty.
Thank
I
you
don't
very
think
much.
yeah, I don't probably need to do a fast path plan for you because we'll leave that there for now. All right. Back to you, Chris, for your how we go for
Amazing.
time.
Thank you.
No worries.
Yeah, we got time. Okay, let me share my very plain and unspicy screen. This is boring now.
Can you make it red and black and fireworks and a whip on it or something?
Super boring. So hopefully this has been helpful so far. Has this been helpful so far for everyone here this evening?
It's been the spiciest one of these I've done.
It's been the spiciest one for a while. Yeah. Thank you, everyone who's participated.
We're putting that as the YouTube thumbbyour. It's going to be a hard decision between the Romantasy book.
We're going to crush YouTube this week. Your head's going to be on it, mate. So
I don't mind. It's been in worse places.
So again, hopefully for everyone that didn't get a one, someone's drawing on my screen again, Doris. Someone's so hopefully you can also, for people that didn't come up on screen, you can see where the gaps are in your business because you're probably at a similar stage. There's probably the same things that are problematic in your own business. Hopefully you can also see how the principles we've applied to both of the businesses we've discussed tonight can be applied to your business so you can make more orders, and you can see that the same growth plan applies to you and what you need to do in your business to move it forward over the next 90 days or so. So we are at a point in the road where you have 2 choices. We've got Happy Paul and Nonchalant Paul. Do you want to run through this part, Paul, or do you want me to keep going on this?
Oh, well, whatever you want to do, mate. Do you want me to do it? I'm happy to do it, whatever. It's going to be hard. I'm staring into a bloody bright light here and I can barely see your screen, but we'll give it a crack. So hopefully, again, like we can read what it says on the screen, right? I'm not a professional presenter, but hopefully you've got a ton of value out of tonight, right? And whether you're doing some stuff with us or not, I appreciate you staying on as long as you have. And I do have a few options though that I'd like to chat with you about. So we'll jump to the next slide, Chris, and we'll get into the fun stuff here. So again, here's your options. 1, choose to go it alone. You're going to go to YouTube. You're going to watch all the gurus on there in their bloody rented private jets, in their rented G-Wagons with their Rolexes and doing their nose beers in Bali and whatever else it is they do to try and convince you to buy their crap on the internet. Or option 2 is you come and use our proven path, which has been proven now for like hundreds of brands. I've been in e-commerce since 96. I've sold lots of money, lots of things on the internet. So keep going, Chris. Quick, faster for me. So here's what I'd like to, let me sit with here for a second. I'm just thinking. So this is applicable for most people on the call, right? So I'm going to go through this, probably except Monica, because Monica's done most of this. However, I think Monica, you and I can have a chat one-to-one after this about what you should do. But for everybody else, right? So I want to introduce you to the 6-week store converter challenge. So amazing thing that we do here is I spent a very long time with Chris and with our entire team. And for those of you that don't know, I also run an agency that does about 100 Shopify sites a year. I built my own technology stack that I spent millions on. So I know how to build great e-commerce sites. And I realized a while ago that there's a lot of people that are just getting started and you don't have 10 grand for a Shopify site, right? And you don't have the time to figure out how to do it all on your own either, you know? I will say that most people should go that path because it's going to speed everything up. But again, I'm mindful that's not the case. So we come up with this beautiful thing. Now, what we do inside the 6-week store converter challenge, geez, that's a mouthful, is we come along, you buy this thing from us, and it's the best thing you're ever going to buy in your Shopify journey. Week 1, we come in, we log into your Shopify, we set it all up, you log in, you have a theme that is ready to go, right? Week 2, you come in, you change some banners on your homepage, you change some fonts, you start adding your products, that's about it, right? It's super basic stuff that you need to do. Week 3, we start changing some stuff on your product page. So much like Monica kind of had and other people have, we go, hey, you should have reviews up here and you should have this stuff here and you should have all this stuff there. You go, cool. We'll show you what you need to do when you change it. And you go, great. I've got a theme that is actually built to convert at 3, 4, 5, 6%. I've got a homepage that looks good. I've got a product page. And keep going, Chris, if you can. And you've got everything, right? So, and at the end of 6 weeks, here's our promise to you, right? You actually have a brand message that sounds really good, kind of like what I did for Gordon, kind of like what Monica has partly done already. You have a site that is built to convert and you know what you need to do, right? And you're not mucking around with going and buying a bloody theme for $50 and trying to figure it out and then realizing like after 2 years that it's crap, right? So keep going for me, Chris, if you can. So again, I'm going to go through this just super quickly, but so all of this takes place in what we call inside of a system called Slack. Slack is like Messenger. It's a chat application. You guys hang around in there with us for a couple of weeks and we get everything running. Week 1, set it all up. Week 2, fix your homepage. Week 3, fix your product page. Week 4, fix your collection page. So for those of you that have multiple products, there's things you need to do. Week 5, we want to make sure it all looks good. Week 6, we turn it on and we get ready to go. Right? So keep going through, Chris, again. Now, again, most people, like I said, I've kind of explained already, there's a few options that you go. You either go the really expensive route and build a site, or you go the cheap route and do this. I've made this so cheap because I want everyone to get access to a Shopify site that is built much like the toy store brand that I showed you that is doing millions of dollars a year, all the other brands that we work with. So you guys go, I'm doing the right thing at the start and away we go. However, I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't give you some of the other stuff in here as well. So for example, I want you to understand how conversion rate optimization works, right? So there's an hour-long course that I put in there. You get that included. I go watch it, do it while you're on the train or the toilet or the kitchen or whatever. And you go, I understand why he put the things in there, right? Next, Chris's brand course is in there. It goes for like 4 hours or something. You'll walk out of it and you'll be a brand messaging wizard. You'll be able to talk about your brand better than you ever have. And you'll be able to be at a family do. And people go, oh, your brand sounds much better now than it did last week. Next, you want to be able to run meta ads. So our coach inside of the e-commerce circle, Lockie, has got a course and teaches you how to do meta ads. 2 hours of your life, you're able to go, cool, I know how to do meta ads now, right? I do this, I click this button, I do that, I put this much money and it gives me this much money back. Happy days. Now, as we go through this as well, you have like 2 full months inside access to our e-commerce circle. So at the moment, there's, call it 200 brands or something in there. There's brands that are brand new in there. There's brands that are doing 10 grand a month. There's brands that are doing 100. There's brands that are doing millions of dollars a week. So keep going for me, Chris, through the other one, rest of the slides. You get access to that community at the end of that time period with us. If you want to stay, it's only $97 a month. We want you to stay. We want you to keep going to all our coaching calls. We want you to become really good at email, SEO, content marketing, finance, operation, hiring, firing, everything, right? So we also include all of this stuff. So once you get going, everyone's going to go, what do I do next, right? So anyone who goes and purchases the access to the 6-week challenge today, I'm going to go again and do a fast path plan for each of you individually so that you actually know what to do over the next like 12 weeks, 6 months, and so forth in your journey, right? If for some reason you get stuck building your website as well, and touch wood, it hasn't happened with anyone so far because we've sold probably over 100 of these things. Like we also sold this last November and did like 50 of these in 48 hours, for example, right? You've got a voucher to work with our dev team, which is run by my wife, Emma, and you guys, okay, I need some help for an hour. Cool. She'll help you fix stuff. However, given that you're inside of the Slack community with us anyway, and there is like 200 other people, anything that you're stuck on, go in there, ask the question, people will help you. And then the way we pace this out during the week is there's 1 or 2 calls a week, Chris. 1 call a week, isn't it? Right. So
1 call a week.
you go to the call and we go, well, this is where I'm up to. I'm stuck in this. I need to get unstuck. No one is going to get stuck here. No one's going to be like, I purchased this thing for $2,000. I got halfway through. It didn't work. Like no one gets left behind. Right. So again, I just want to repeat, like you'll nail so if we think back to the start of the video, you go, oh, the triangle thing that Chris showed me, I'm going to nail the story. I'm going to nail the store, right? The 2 most important bits. And then I'm going to need, and I'll also know what I need to do from a strategy perspective, right? And then when you're ready to do that, I kind of quickly explain, but like I said, we do a meta ads call every Wednesday for an hour with Lockie, our coach. He's running meta ads counts for like 30 people in there at the moment. Then you go to the Google ads call. So then you go to the email call. You go, great, that's enough for me. 3 calls. Oh, my earphones have just told me they're low battery. Hope that doesn't fail. We'll see how we go. Chris can take over. It does. But so 3, 4, 5 months from now, you'll have a beautiful website. It'll say the right thing. You'll know how to run meta ads. You know how to run Google ads. Away you go. All right. Makes sense to everybody? Anyone have any questions at this stage about this before I go to the next slide? All right. Next one, Chris. Cool. So, this is so small, I can't even read it, but here's the deal. Here's my action takers guarantee. If you buy this thing, right, and you go to, so there's only 6 calls that you need to go to over the 6 weeks. If you go to the 6 calls over the 6 weeks and you complete the worksheets that we ask you to do, and we can see that you've generally had a good crack at trying to make your website during, finish it all during that time. If for some reason it doesn't work for you at the end of the 6 weeks or earlier, like send me a message and I'll give you all your money back. That's how confident I am that this thing will be a game changer for all of you. All right. So again, we do most of the hard work anyway. As long as you can add products to your website, can put some banners in, can pick some nice fonts, and this is the hard bit. This is the only hard bit. As long as you guys can follow some instructions and put your hand up when you get stuck, everyone can do this, right? And everyone will have a much better website now than they did before you met me an hour ago, right? Make sense again? So full offer breakdown again. Now, what am I forgetting? Oh, one more thing. So the next
Kicks
intake
off next week.
Kicks off next week. So this is going to sound like a hard sell because it is. You need to buy this tonight or tomorrow, preferably tonight, because this is going to go in the Facebook group tonight. If people see it before tonight, it's going to sell out. So we kick off next, whatever it is, on the 5th of August or something. So Chris and Roxy are going to put a link into this thing for you as well now. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please take me up on my offer. I guarantee that you'll come through this and you're like, this is one of the best things I've done in e-commerce. I will open the floor up to any questions. Maybe I'll just pick a few random people at the moment and see if anyone has any questions about anything. And again, like quickly, even if you've got a site at the moment, this is a better option than your current site. All right. So you keep trading on your current site. We come in, do our work on the theme in your Shopify theme section. Once you're ready to go, you go, cool, delete the old crap theme that you had that didn't do anything. Turn ours on, right? Publish it. Away you go. All right. So easy. Questions? I'm going to go around the room. Gordon, Bell, any questions? Nothing? You good? Renee? No good. Stevie? Steven and Stevie, all good. Jack, all good. All right. Yes, you can pay in Afterpay. So go through the checkout process, and I don't even know how to use Afterpay, but like do whatever Afterpay ask you to do. Alrighty, cool. I have one more ask to ask. So everyone on here obviously seen our ad on the internet, which my ad's like old as the hill right now. But anyway, it still works. You guys got to see the video. Hopefully you've got a bit of value out of coming to tonight's session. So I'm going to put a link into the chat section. I don't know if you've got it, Chris, or I'll grab it. But
No, I don't know if you got it.
No, I don't have it. So give me a second. If you have enjoyed the session tonight, I'd love if you could just like leave us a review. Makes me feel good, especially if you don't buy anything from me. But I'll put a link in here. Give me 2 seconds, and then we're just going to put it into our landing page and on our ad saying, "Hey, Gordon, come and he liked it, and we said good things, and other people will come along, right?" So, happy to hang around for a bit if anyone has any questions about anything. Has this been valuable? Yeah. All right. Cool. Here's the link to leave me. I'd love to get a show of hands. Is like, who's thinking that they will purchase this thing? You can give us a. You got Stephen. You got Renee.
Renee's yes.
Not sure, Renee.
She's so in that she's like, yes, I'm super there. Look, 2 thumbs up. She's in. Done.
I didn't convince you. Can I say one thing? Inside of the ecom circle, something that's really cool about our community is it's not full of kids. Right. So all the other communities are full of like the bloody like, oh, I sell yoga and I'm like super hot and rah, rah, rah. And I spend 300 grand a month on ads and make $301,000. Like our community is not that. They're like mums and dads, husband and wife, that kind of thing. Most people in the community are like 35 plus, right? Heaps of ladies in there, heaps of, we got some like, how old? What do you reckon our oldest member would be? Over 70, I reckon, in that community. And they're crushing it in there, like having a good time. It's super supportive. Come and hang out with other ladies in there. It's cheaper. It's warmer than going to bingo on a Friday night. So, and you're learning about cool stuff. So again, like come hang out with us for 6 weeks, build your website. If you love it, stay, you'll stay. If you don't, leave and we'll wish you all the best, but we'll be cheering you on. So when you're ready,
a better website by the end of it. If nothing
you'll
else.
You'll have a better, and you'll make some friends. That's a good thing as well, right? Some really good friends. And many people have started where you guys are at right now, where they're like, oh, I'm not sure, but go and read the testimonials about us and then jump in when you're ready. But just want to thank everyone who's hung out with us tonight. Obviously go and buy some products from the people that you're seeing on the call if you want to support them. So, and there will be what's that comment there? Yeah, on our YouTube channel tomorrow, the recording. So send it around to your friends and family. And yeah, thanks. All right, guys, I'll let you get back to it. I'll see you inside the community soon. Oh, Renee's got a question.
Yeah, with the link, besides it being here, where else can we get it on your? Because I don't know if I'm a part of your. I think I'm with you on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Here you go. I'll put it in the chat. Can you see the chat?
Yeah, I can see the chat. Do I just copy and paste? Because I want to sleep on it. I do. I am interested.
Yep.
But yeah.
I'll make sure, Roxy,
on things.
Drop your email in here.
Yeah.
Put it. Oh, if you don't mind, and I'll get Roxy to message you from our team. So if anyone gets a message from Roxy or from me or whatever, we're very happy to help you answer your questions as well. So again, I'm not trying to hard sell you here. It's more so that we start next week. So I'm like, just get in before we start kind of thing, right? But if you have any questions, you know where we are and we're super happy to help you. Everyone's got the link in there now. And did everyone get access to the Shopify Australia group? And just to be clear, the Shopify Australia group is a free community, right? Versus the eCommerce circle, which is, I'm going to put a link in there because I don't know whether that's been shared. The eCommerce circle is our private community. So most people join the Shopify group and they're like hanging around all the other people in the Shopify group, 9,000 of them. And they go, great, but I want to hang around the better brands and learn the right stuff. So then they join our eCommerce circle community and they go, great. Now I'm learning what all the other brands are doing, right? And then I've only really spoken about the programs that are applicable to you guys. There's even other stuff, right? So for people who go, I want to move way faster than what I'm trying to get you guys to buy here. Say, for example, you're a brand that's doing 50 grand a month. You want to get to 500 grand in 4 months. We have other programs for that. So I'm only saying this now for people who watch this later. Be mindful that we help all ends of the market. So wherever you are on that journey, we can help you. Again, Thanks so much, guys. I'll wrap it up now. And yeah, cheers.